Hey, how's it going? Good, that's good. Well, thanks for stopping in now that we have completed renovations. I know you've stopped in before. Last time we were kind of boxed in, tiny little room here, but as you can see, we have a lot more space and a lot more guns. So feel free to walk around, check us out, and anything in particular you're looking for? Good. I think last time that you stopped in, you kind of got some more basic, like concealed carry pieces, home defense. If you're looking for just some more exotic pieces, per se, I'll start off with one actually right over here. And all firearms were checked beforehand. I don't put out any loaded guns here, so all the guns are clear. But this right here is a Guncrafter Industries. It is a 50 GI, so it is a 50 caliber Glock. What they've done is they essentially took a 45 ACP and they've actually necked it up to 50 cal. So this bad boy is absolutely massive. It's basically the frame of a Glock 21, but a bigger slide and barrel on here. Just absolutely incredible piece to see in person, and it is definitely different. If you want to, a lot of people, once you get your basic guns, you'll kind of find that a lot of gun shops carry the same stuff. So what I'm trying to do here is you have your basic concealed carry pieces and everything, but I want some fun guns, some unique guns. We're the only Guncrafter Industries dealer in all of Delaware. So it's just, unique to have something like this in the shop. And you as the customer, if you get your hands on something like this, you'll absolutely have a great time. But there's this bad boy. Let me sort of see what we're working with here. Depends what you're looking for. Here we have the Bond Arms. This is the 4570 Derringer. If you actually get a close-up here, you can see the bullet, how much of the bullet takes up in the cylinder here. So it is an absolutely tiny gun firing a huge round. It's wildly impressive. But if you're, I cannot imagine that this is pleasant to shoot, but if you're looking for some thrills and definitely something that probably no one else at the range has, this could be a very good contender for you. Not gonna lie. I'm just gonna kind of work my way around the shop, show you some different things, and kind of go from there. Now we do have our common, Glock 43X, your 6-hour P365, Glock 19, the basic stuff, but I don't think that's what you're looking for. So here, this is a Lipsy's exclusive Smith & Wesson. Now this bad boy is chambered in 32 H&R Magnum, which is a really unique, kind of different caliber. It's basically a 38 special. It's nice and long, but it's sized down to a 32. So if you're looking for, again, you're looking for unique, and I appreciate that. But this bad boy here, unique caliber, unique gun. Everyone else out there is carrying their 365s and whatnot. But this right here for you, I think it's a different piece. Most people at the range don't have a 32 H&R. So definitely a different piece for you. So here, again, we're kind of, I'm getting outlandish here, but I feel like these are, you can't be like every other gun shop. You gotta have some fun, unique pieces. So this guy right here is a really small and stubby, and actually a lot of people, to include myself, can't even get a good grip on it. This is the Rock Island, what is it, the BBR 310. So this is 10 rounds plus 1 in the chamber of 45 ACP. So it is a very small 1911 double stacked 45. Now, if you know anything about 45, out of a tiny gun like this, they did port the barrel and slide, but I'm sure this is still pretty much a handful. Just, you know, if you like your 45s and your 1911 platform, this is going to be hard to beat. Just put it in your pocket, and in the event that somebody is robbing you, you pull this out and make them regret all their life choices. But again, definitely very different. I'm sure this is absolutely a blast to shoot at the range as well. Now, this gun just came out last week, but this is the Shadow System CR920X. This right here, my camera doesn't go out. This right here is a 15 round double stacked gun. So this is the same size as the Glock 43X. And instead of you buying the Glock, buying the extra shield arms mags, which bring you to 15, you got to switch out the slide release here, or the mag release, excuse me, with the shield arms mag release. This one's optics cut. It's got a fluted barrel, you know, fancy texture, fancy stippling. So rather than buying the gun and tricking it out, you just buy this right out the factory. And so I like these. Like I said, they brand new, just came out, the CR920X model, and I think they're pretty cool for what they are. All right, so first up, or I guess next, this one. 10 millimeter seems to be really popular right now. It's just a bigger caliber, a lot of fun to shoot. So this is a long slide. Excuse me. Lunch is deciding to fight with me. This is a long slide, 10 millimeter Rock Island. And they also double stacked it. So this holds 16 plus 1 rounds of 10 mil. So it has amazing capacity for 10 mil. Very long, a very weighty gun. So again, at a 10 mil, you want a little bit more weight, a little longer slide, get that full velocity and recoil control. But very, very nice. If you're looking for, again, 10 mil is becoming more and more popular right now. Very popular. Rather than buy like a Glock 20 or like just another standard 10 millimeter, get yourself something cool and unique. And something like this, a long slide, like I said, double stack 10 mil. This should be a great shooting. So a little bit more for competition shooting, but at the same time, and a lot of fun. I'm sure it's a phenomenal shooting gun. Now next up, this one surprised me. So if you've ever, here's what I'll do. So if you're familiar, there's staccatos out there. They're very popular right now. Hard to get. They're typically around like the $3,000–4,000 price range. They're fancy 9mm 2011s. But like me as a startup shop, I can't get them. You have to be in business for so long. I did apply, but they very politely told me no, they're not doing business with me. So your next best option is the Springfield Prodigy. Like I said, a typical staccato is around like $3,500. They make them in like compact carry sizes, long competition sizes. I'll just say 35 is a pretty average number. So Springfield came out with the Springfield Prodigy, 20 rounds mags. The mags are actually interchangeable with the staccato mags to show you how similar of a platform it is. It comes with the Hex Dragonfly red dot on it already. It's a very smooth, very, crisp trigger pull. Very nice gun. And this is with the optic 1500. Without the optic, they're around like 1350 or so. But again, 1500, you're over half the price of a staccato. And yes, you can get into the debate that a staccato is better and everything, but for someone who's a little bit more price, you're not really worried about the price, but at the same time, you might not be able to justify spending that kind of money on a 2011. This right here is 1500, and they perform similar. Now, yes, a staccato is better, but they do perform similar. So this is half the price, over half the price of a staccato. Try to put him back. Now, this one just came across my eye the other day, and I was pleasantly surprised by it. This is the TSOS Duty. So it's 17 rounds, and it also takes the Prodigy and the staccato mags. They are all interchangeable. Same thing, optics ready. Got a nice flat-facing trigger here, and it is actually quite surprisingly smooth, very similar to the Prodigy. However, this bad boy is only $750. So this is half the price of a Prodigy. So you get your staccato, half it, you get the Prodigy, and half that, you get the TSOS Duty here. And if you've never had a chance to hold one of these, it is surprisingly comfortable. And like I said, it is very smooth to operate. All the features are there, rail underneath, optics cut. And like I said, for $750, I had the opportunity to buy one of these the other day, and I did for the shop, and it sold immediately. This one's the second one I have. But it's just surprisingly smooth, and it is very comparable to a Prodigy, but at half the price of the Prodigy. So if you're looking to get into 2011s, and price is no object, then get a staccato. But if you're looking to be more frugal with your money, this TSOS Duty here is actually surprisingly nice. Like I said, I was very pleasantly surprised when I got the chance to actually rack it and play with it and everything. Next up on the list is all the rage right now. This is the Canik TTI, the Combat. This is Terran Tactical, the guy who makes all the John Wick movies, movie guns. He partnered with Canik to make this gun. Now, the gun itself, I do like it. Do I think it justifies a $1,000 price? That's debatable, but it is a very smooth and very aesthetically pleasing gun. Has a compensator on the end of it, optics ready, comes with all different types of stuff from the factory, so that you can have a great gun sort of right out of the box. Now, the thing with this is, right now, they are very low supply, very high demand, even now. So getting one is still a little finicky. But this is the second one I've finally been able to get. And I think the thing with these is you might be looking at it and saying, yeah, it's another 9mm. This one comes with an 18 round and a 21 round magazine. But the thing with this, in my opinion, is before this they made it was the Miami day and night Caniks. So they had one for daytime, one for nighttime. And I feel like for this piece, it will, I don't know how long they're going to make it for, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is if you get your hands on one. In my opinion, they're probably going to make this for a year. And if you get your hands on one now, 10, 20 years down the line, I think something like this will be very collectible and very desirable. It's very desirable right now, but I feel like this will just continue to hold its value, and like I said, we'll just keep getting more and more desirable as time goes on. So if you want to get into some more revolvers and some cool stuff, this is a nice high polish finish, Anaconda from Colt. Now, Colt just unveiled 3 new revolvers at a Texas, I think it was the NRA show thing, whatever you want to call it. Don't ask me how they're that much different from something like this, but absolutely beautiful. This one's an 8-inch revolver. Very beautiful, very smooth to operate. Just immaculate gun. It is incredible. In my opinion, if you're shooting 44 Magnum, you want something nice and long like this one. But, you know, to each their own. Not everyone thinks that way, but you want something, in my opinion, that's, you know, gonna help you out with recoil. But there's the Colt Anaconda. Very unique revolver. Like I said, very beautiful and smooth. Alright, so next up, if you're looking for something really different, we have the life card. So this is good if you work at a hospital or somewhere where it's not against the law to carry, but maybe your job doesn't like it. So this little guy just looks like a little wallet or whatever, but it actually opens up into a gun. You can load your round into it. This is your charging handle. You just charge it back, and now you have a firearm. And it even has a little nifty compartment in the back for a couple extra rounds. But then you just fold it back up, and it looks like like I said, little wallet, ID card holder, whatever. And the thing with this is, let's say you're at a hospital, and at least here in Delaware, it's not against the law to carry in a hospital, but if you work at a hospital and you get caught carrying, it's grounds for, getting fired. Something like this, if you had this in a lab coat or a scrub pocket, you could even put this on like a countertop, like unload your pants pockets or whatever, and most people still wouldn't know that's a gun. So it's very, it's very concealable, very small size, but it also doesn't look or print or anything like a gun would. So great little choice for somebody, depending on what you want to get into. Here we have one of my personal favorites, the Altor in 380. There was another shop had a used one of these for, I think I paid $75 for it, and I bought it, and for $75 I've not been disappointed, to be honest. So what you do is you pull back on the trigger, barrel comes right off, you actually slide your round right down there, so it would just be free floating there. There's it says top on there. You slide your barrel back on, and then there's no wall for the trigger. You actually just pull it back until you can't anymore, and you just let it go. So really weird, very different gun, but a box, if you had, let's say, the Prodigy, in 2 or 3 mags, you could run out of a box of 50 rounds. A box of 50 380s would last you probably a good hour with this thing. So it's a neat conversation piece. It's a fun range toy. We always have competitions. There's hardly any sights on here. So the fun competition to do is see how far, like, I can shoot with it, and then your buddies can shoot with it, and then if you all hit, you all take a step back, and you can make some fun games out of this. And it really tests you. A lot of people who claim to be, the pros, or they're really good with their semi-autos, hand them something like this, and it's definitely different. I'll put it that way. But all right, I think I've kind of showed you around the shop enough here for the handguns. If you're interested in long guns, we have plenty of those. I have one of my personal favorites is the Ruger SFAR up top there. It's a 308 AR-15, basically. It's an AR-10, but in an AR-15 platform. So super lightweight. Just a lot of fun. Honestly, a lot of fun for that thing. Just if you want to blast some 308, or if you want to keep it cheaper and shoot just some 7.62 by 51, you can always do that. I have the Daniel Defense DD M4 V7. If you're really trying to go full tactical mode on you, beautiful, beautiful guns, but they are a little bit more expensive. The other one that's really popular right now is the Beretta 1301 Mod 2. A lot of people I've seen on YouTube and I've talked to just in person seem to think that that's better than the Benelli M4 out of the box. Now, the argument is out of the box, that wins. If you buy an M4 and you dump another $1,000 or $2,000 into it, then yes, it will be better. But at that point, you're double the price. So, sort of depends, but it's a very lightweight, beautiful shooting gun. Overall, very, very nice guns. And one of my personal favorites that I also own in my collection is the Heritage Rough Rider. It is a 16-inch 22 revolver. It's a comical. It's one of those like you see out of the old Joker movies where they pull a long revolver out of their pants. But a Batman movie. I think it was the Penguin that carried it or whatever. But just a really fun 22, hard, no recoil because it's a 16-inch barrel. And you can even shoot 22 shorts out of it. And then at that point it feels like you're just shooting blanks. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. But I think I've kind of showed you around the shop a little bit. Showed you some cool new pieces that have recently come in and just some different unique stuff. If you want to stop back in and you want to see some more, let me know. We're constantly getting new inventory and whatnot. But if anything caught your eye, let me know. I can get you started on a background check and you can pick it up. I got plenty of ammo. I got plenty of used long guns. Just like I said, I try to keep a little bit of everything. That way, if it's your first time in here and you're looking for your very first ever, handgun, great. If it's your 100th time in here and you own 100 guns and you're looking for another one, great. I have plenty of unique things for you as well. But I guess with that being said, I will leave you to it. Feel free to look around, and like I said, if there's anything you want, just give me a shout. All right, peace.